Oh, I need to add video. Woo. Okay. What's up? I'm getting set up because today we're going to write our welcome sequence together. I'm going to be on until 2:30 or until my son is hungry again. He's always hungry. Let me first go ahead and get this Restream chat box popping. I want to see what people are talking about. Let's see. Hooray. Okay, cool. So, all right, bet. I basically am like, let me give me 1 second. I'm going to get myself set up. Okay. All right. Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. We're on Restream. We got some people on Facebook. What I'm going to do actually on Facebook is go ahead and share this in the Four Stackers Only group. So hopefully some people will catch on. And I'm going to share this real quick. My computer's low-key slow today. I don't know. Not the right sharing button. Hey, Antonio. All right. I'm going to start. No, I'm just going to share this in the group. In the Hustle and Stack Club. And build with me. Who can see this? That's a good question. You chose a specific audience for this post. Let people's audience be able to see. Okay, that's cool. People who can see posts in this group. All right, bet. So we're posting to this audience because we want people. I'm live on Twitch too, y'all. Even though, like, I'm not really a Twitcher. All right, let's get it popping. It's so funny to see like the playback or whatever. I am going to hopefully. I want to know if there is a way that I can like stick this to my screen. Like I'm tech savvy, but then I still like have to Google and learn stuff every day. So, hey, give me some hearts. Show me some love. If you're on Twitter, unfortunately on Facebook they be hating, and I don't know. I can't see. So what I'm gonna do is I'm here. I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about Facebook today. We'll figure that out another day. But for now, in Restream, I would love some love. I would like some hearts, if that's possible. Horrible accent. So today, what we're going to do is build out our welcome sequence, and I actually, I need to build out my own welcome sequence. It's like going to be like super Inception, because I'm like clicking on my own shit right now. I just want to see like what's happening. Oh, I gave myself a heart. Sometimes you're gonna give yourself love, you know. All right, bet. I'm gonna get off Twitter. I don't know what the fuck is on my timeline. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let's get off LinkedIn. Let's get these tabs down so that we can focus. And the restream box is in the corner. So if you, oh shit, getting Slack messages. Let me check my Slack real quick, y'all. Make sure it's not my coworker. No, it's not my coworker. Hey, Karima. What's up? Okay, I'll talk to him later. Scott mentioned tomorrow's Bitcoin live stream. Okay. So I will get back to that because if I go there, I can't focus and I'll have to stop streaming, and that's not ideal. So what we're going to do is we're going to write your welcome sequence today. So what I want to show you is something I have called the vault. It's bomb as fuck. What it is actually, I'm going to keep clicking on this because I want to see if there are any people that have any questions at any time. But basically, we're inviting you to present their projects. Okay. Basically, what this vault is a compilation of a lot of different notes that I take. I'm not sure. I talked to Ari about this, but I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to distribute, if I'm going to distribute. But basically, there's a good amount of like notes in each of these things. But today, we're going to actually focus on the notes in email marketing and .com secrets. And what I'm using today is Notion. So what I want to do is I'm going to start recording. So that way I think I may repurpose this video. So let's click into .com secrets, open the page. All right. So .com secrets has a lot of parts, has a lot of different sections. This is basically the notes for the entire book. And in each section, if you see there's drop down, you'll see, okay, where the notes at. These notes are like kind of like my take on the book. I'm gonna have to go back through it and like comb and make sure that, you know, you aren't missing out on anything. Because I do want to, like, you know, if I distribute these notes, they need to be a little bit more thorough, but they're pretty good in my opinion. So we're going to talk about why email is so important. Owning your email list it's important because it's the traffic you own. I feel like you guys have, or women, ladies, she, him, her, they have heard, this multiple times, but your email list is the traffic you own, and the followers also the traffic you own to some extent. The traffic you control is like stuff that you pay for in affiliates. So you can set up yourself to get people to promote your product for an affiliate commission, or you can be paying for ads to get in front of certain audience. So you control that. What you don't control is search, guest blog, YouTube, guest interviews, and social media. Those are the things that you don't control. And this is coming straight from Russell Brunson. So what is important when you're setting up your email list is really to set yourself up as an attractive character. So we're going to actually go through this. And like, for just a disclaimer, some of the stuff from .com secrets, I'm like 100%, I love it. And some of the stuff is just not my style and I'm not going to adopt it, but that's fine. Like, that's normal. So I do like the attractive character set up in the way that Russell Brunson talks about it. What you want to do is build the character of you. Figure out like how you're going to communicate who you are to your audience. And so Russell Brunson's, his suggestions are to have a backstory. People like to see where you come from. It can build reliability when you have, like, things that you've worked on before that you share with your story. And basically what you're doing is establishing an identity that your audience can connect with, right? Also, speak in parables, so you can like kind of tell stories that teach the core principles that you want your customers to understand. This is something that I haven't like adopted fully, but if you like telling stories, I know people like Oos, he's really good at speaking in parables to his list. And just period, I like the way he's like sets up his story setup. So I would suggest subscribing to Your Big Bank, to his email list, or what is it, Big Bank Oos, to see like how it can be set up as a parable. What I do a lot of the times is I sign up for a lot of lists just to see what's out there, right? I want to see who's saying what to their audience and how are people communicating. I want to be wowed, I want to be inspired to do something cool with my list. And so I just go and see what other people are doing. And so you should definitely check out Uzz's list. When you sign up, you'll get taken through like a parable, and he'll kind of compare one thing to another, but he's really teaching you something else. Make sure you share your character flaws when you're emailing. So you don't have to be like, oh my gosh, I have 4 pimples on my butt. Like, you don't have to be completely explicit. You can, decide what you want to share with your audience. Hey, thank you for the heart. More hearts. I love hearts. You can decide what you want to share with your audience. It's really up to you, but the more authentic you come across, the more relatable you will be to your audience. And so, like, when you're late with something, be like, look, I'm late. When you had a horrible typo in the last email, like, oh, like, you can write, like, oh my God, did you see how I fucked up? Like, I can't say cuss words because if I want to repurpose this, I'm trying to edit that out. You could be like, oh my God, do you see how I messed up? I'm human too. You don't have to shine a light on your mistakes, but you can just be authentic. You can display your character flaws. Like, I'm addicted to Oreos. That's not really the best thing, especially when we need to be like in shape right now. So just like kind of keep that in mind. And then also take a position. So this is something that's really important for you to do is take a position with something. Don't kind of like be super neutral to things. And I know that I can fall in that trap because I love to see from everybody's position. I love to, be able to look and like, okay, well, this is how they see it because this is who they are. And this is kind of like my anthropology background, speaking to me. So basically, um, I just, some things I do have like an opinion on, like the whole landlord tenant thing, whatever. Like, landlords have to pay to someone else too, right? So they're also people too. So people like that are like joyous that a landlord is going to miss their money on their rent. Like, that's not okay to me. Like, they're human too, and you didn't lose. Like, you like may have just lost your job, but like you didn't even try to work out a payment. Like, it costs to live, right? That has nothing to do with my email marketing or my brand, but that's something I would take a stance on Twitter if I like cared enough to tweet about it. But I do have like opinions, and like, so you can share opinions on topics that matter to your audience. Don't get too lost in shit that doesn't matter to them, because then they'll be like, I subscribe to you to learn about boats, not about like just this and that. So that's one part of creating an attractive character. Another part is deciding like what the identity of the character is. So you can be a leader. You're going to lead this audience to a result. You're going to show them the way, right? You can be an adventurer or a crusader, which means that like you went to go explore, you ran these Facebook ads and you did an experiment, and then you come back and you tell us like, this is what happened. Like, I ran these ads and I did amazing. Like, I spent $50 a day and I was able to reach this many people and I converted this much amount of traffic, and I'm telling you because I want you to try this technique that I did. You can be a reporter or evangelist, so you can be like interviewing other people. Paris does this with her Black Tech Pipeline newsletter. In her newsletter, she interviews different people across the tech spectrum, people of like Black people. I would say people of color, but really like Black people. And she basically gets down to it and gets people to like talk about different things about them that make them special. And she delivers that to her audience. Well, that's great because I love learning about new people. And I'm pretty sure most people who are involved with the Black Tech Twitter hashtag also like to hear about who's successful, who's doing well in the Black Tech Twitter community. Or you can be the reluctant hero, like be the humble hero. You can be proud of your work, but be humble and be like, look, if I can do it, you can do it too. If I can make this happen, there's no reason why you can't. And I'm showing you the way. It's a part of the program that you bought, right? It's a part of this or that. Like you see where I'm going with this. Um, it's not it's not like one way or another how you are playing out the character of the humble hero, but it's just more so about like you're bragging, right? Because you did that shit, you did that stuff. I'm gonna have fun with editing this for YouTube. But you're bragging because you did it. So basically, what you want to do is just be humble about like sharing it because you want to like promote like, hey, I can do this, you can do this too. Like this is it's definitely like a task, but it's not impossible. And then last, you pick a storyline. So we've gone through having a backstory, speaking in parables, showing yourself, being authentic, taking a stand. We've gone through the different characters that you can decide to be. And then we're going to talk about the storytelling that you choose to use in your sequence. And right now we're really talking about in terms of your welcome sequence. So think about that, like when they sign up to your list, are they signing up via your website? Are they signing up from Twitter? Are they signing up from a lead magnet? I think the easiest way to handle writing your welcome sequence for the first time is to have a lead magnet, and then that lead magnet is like on Twitter, on Facebook. So no matter where the person signs up, what you have in that welcome sequence is relevant to them. Because for instance, say um, someone signs up via YouTube, right? And when they sign up via YouTube, they didn't get the lead magnet because you didn't promote it that way. So like what you say to them is going to be different than the person who signed up through a pop-up on your website that said, "Hey, download the five things that are key to happiness now." Right? So it's going to be two different messages that you have for people that come across your links, and you're going to make it harder for yourself. So take a step back and get a freebie going. Actually, have a link. I wonder if I can share this in the chat. Let me see. I'm going to try. So I'm going to go on my site. I'm going to go to resources. Let's open this up. So, Growth Tools. Y'all, this is like dope. Growth Tools, you can grow. You can do a lot of dope shit with growth tools. So I want to show you what you can do with that. Let's see. When you click on growth tools, I'm not going to click on this right now because it's going to take away my focus, and I really want to focus on what we were talking about. It will help you make a lead magnet. It's like basically plug and play. All you need to do is have the text. It'll make your stuff. I can't stop cursing. Look nice and pretty. So I just dropped that in the chat. So save that link. I want to see how it comes up and looks on Periscope. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to see how it looks. Let me drop that in the chat. So save that link. Ooh. I don't want to hear my voice. I'm going to drop it again so I could just see how it looks when I comment. And can you click on it? No, you cannot click on it. Okay, cool. That's good to know. So looks pretty sweet. I'm done suggesting the PDF. Simplifies the UX. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to Facebook because I can't see what people say if they are saying anything to me. So let me do that. Sorry, my internet's running slow. Do you have to pay affiliates if they don't convert traffic to sales? No, you don't have to pay affiliates if they don't convert traffic to sales. Sorry, I just seen that. But basically, what you do, like for instance, if you have a product on Gumroad, and you can set it up. I just did this yesterday. I screwed up the growth tools link somehow. I got you, Tyra. I'm gonna like repost it after this because I don't. Oh, you know what? You didn't screw it up. It's because Facebook Facebook is like stingy, so they don't let me like post to the stream. So what I'll do is like, oh, you got it, okay. But like, what I'll do is just first of all, my friend Cookie. Why is she on my feed? Oh my gosh, poor baby. She'd be like, girl, okay, I'm about to just post it here, just so everybody can have it. All right. So, um, you make what was that? So we talked about your identity. So now we're going to talk about the storylines that you have. So the storylines that you can go for are like it's different stuff, and this is stuff outlined by Russell Branson. So you can talk about being like loss and redemption, like I was working so hard. I grew my business to like, oh, I grew my email list to 10,000 people and I didn't back it up on Zapier. So I fucked up. I freaked up and, this and this happened, but this is how I recovered, right? And you can tell that story in terms and I'm gonna just make this smaller and in context to like what you're offering to your audience. Same thing with us versus them. So, for instance, for breastfeeding and for doulas and for lactation consultants, and someone signs up to your email, breastfeeding world is literally like an us versus them world because people who don't breastfeed, who have never breastfed before, who don't research on breastfeeding, have all these opinions. And when you find support for it, it feels amazing. And so that's actually a good thing to take, like a good stance and like storyline to go with if you're talking to like that kind of community. So for instance, my friend Whitney is a wonderful, I don't know if she's a LBLC yet, but she's a great friend to me. And I ask her lots of questions about breastfeeding when she's studying to be a lactation consultant. And so if she launches her email list, she could be like, it's us versus them out there. We got to hold each other together. We have to share these information and resources. It's important that we have accurate, valid information so that we can hold each other up and have each other's backs. Like it's literally us versus them when it comes to it. Before and after transformation, like you can think about weight loss as a story, or Tyra's like before and after. Like before, when you're telling your audience a story about yourself, you can be like, well, like before I studied for my PMP, um, I did things this, and this way. But then after I got it, it made me think about streamlining the processes in this, and this way. And that's how I was able to do this for this client. And that's how they reached this kind of success, right? So you're basically qualifying yourself by telling them like the things that qualify you for your job. For in Tyra's example, it's event management and event planning and project management, right? Because she has her PMP. And then the actor is like you're also like throwing out there a case study, like I did this before, or here's what happened after I learned. Here's how I streamlined this process. As a before and after kind of scenario. An amazing discovery is probably a storyline that I'm going to take today because basically I find lots of great stuff. I like scrape I like crawl the internet and like pull stuff and I find really good stuff. So for me, I'm like, look, y'all, look at what I found and I want to share this with you. And like when you write your email, you need to have that same excitement. It needs to be conversational. It doesn't need to be like stale, like professional. Like think about like how you are as a person. Like you don't like it's a person to person. Like you're not Microsoft talking to like, Azure clients. Like you're not in that position. That's not where you're coming from. You're a business owner. You're a small business owner. You're an influencer. You're an entrepreneur. You're talking to people. And so when you like are having this rhetoric and doing this storytelling and you have this amazing discovery storyline you're going with, you could be like, y'all, this is bomb. Like, look at what I found. I like Growth Tools a lot because you literally can plug, play, pick your colors, and boom, your own lead magnet. Like, how amazing is that? Or I love Taylor Brands, and I'm about to drop that link later too, for like to like basically generate your logo like that. I love Tailor Brands because I don't have to think about getting a logo. I got one for $20, and I know that like if my brand expands and when I get more money and I got more clients and I want to rebrand, then I'll do that. But right now, I got myself out the way for $20 and I didn't have to go through somebody on Fiverr, um, to get that done and get basically the same results. So, that's another thing. Like, that's another way you can tell. And secret telling is what Russell Branson does. So if you can see right now, just the way that he frames his stories, like, I got a secret. This is a secret. This is the key, right? And he's a really successful marketer. So you're going to believe like the secret is like juicy. When someone isn't super successful yet, I think secret telling can be like, it's a secret, but it was like clearly because like you only like, I don't know how to explain what I'm saying, but basically, I think secret telling really works well for people who have proven success, like publicly. Like they have a lot of followers, they have a big business, they have grown this, they've spoken these places. So when they tell you it's a secret, people jump on it. And then also storylines and third person testimonials. You can talk to a client that you work with and basically do like a case study and like tell a story of that case study. Like, hey, I started working with X, Y, and Z in December. We got our goals together. Or have them tell the story and then like you kind of reiterate it to your list. All right, so that was a mouthful. Does anyone have any questions? I'm gonna ask. Any questions? I love how like Restream works. It tells you, okay, it posted to this, this, and that. Does anyone have any questions about like this information about the attractive character? Do they have any questions about identity and who you are and how you're picking who you are as you write your story? They have any questions about your attractive character storytelling? So the storylines that you go with. Yes, yay, nay. Okay. You're all. Thank you. I try. I really do. Okay, so I'm gonna skip down. I'm gonna skip to the soap opera sequence. Is the next one. Actually, I'm not skipping. So you got your idea in your head of who you are. You're the leader and you're showing somebody the way because you did this. Or you are the crusader and you're letting them know, hey, you can do it too. We're going to explore together. You didn't even join too late though. We're going to explore together. Like come and learn with me. Or you're the interviewer, so you go and find somebody who's an expert at what you're doing and you interview them and you introduce like this. I'm like looking at my phone when the camera's right here. You introduce this like concept to your audience, or you're like, oh shit, shoot, I found something amazing, and like you're telling that like information, like look at this cool tool, and that's really good for affiliate marketing. When you like, oh, I found something dope. So here I have basically a layout of what your welcome sequence may look like. Can I go over affiliates? So I'm not like an affiliates professional to say the least. I just know about affiliate marketing because of the nature of me working in marketing. But basically, if you have a product that you're selling, say it's a digital product, or I think maybe you can even do this with Shopify. If you have a physical product, you can use their systems to issue an affiliate link for a person. So like in Gumroad, if you have a digital product, like an ebook or whatever, what have you, the affiliate person needs to have a Gumroad account. You give that affiliate person, okay, you're the affiliate person. They give you their email, you give them a link. That link gives them a commission on how many people click that link to buy your product, right? So that's how that works. I can, I don't know, I can look at more information, but I feel like if you just Google Russell Branson, he'll have some good information on affiliate marketing because that's how he grows his ClickFunnels business. And that's how kind of I actually got this book, was through affiliate marketing and read this book. So for this is kind of like extra. We're not going to do 5 emails today. That's just a lot. And I don't want to do that today. But we're going to do a couple emails, and I think I'm going to make a Google Doc to make this easier so that way you can copy it. Because right now I'm working in Notion, and if you don't have Notion, you can't copy. Well, you just have to have a Notion account, and then you can make a copy. So let's open this up. I'm ready. So let's do first email. All right, y'all. So I'm about to write the first email for I'm writing this first email assuming that, what am I assuming? And like, this is fun because I'm like literally building my business with y'all. And I need to get this done. So this is good accountability. And I have a meeting at 2:30. So I need to like get on it. Like I can't be playing around. So I'm going to write this email assuming that someone downloaded a lead magnet from me. So I'm going to say, so this email is a response. So once they download the lead magnet, I have it in ConvertKit, and we can go over that maybe tomorrow, where it'll trigger a response, right? So it goes, hey, first name. I'm glad that you decided to, okay, let's assume my lead magnet is, and the lead magnet is just a freebie that you're giving out. Mine's is, it's the .com secret notes. So I read the book, and I'm going to give you the notes because I fuck with you. I got to learn how not to curse, y'all, because I can't put this on YouTube. All right. So, hey, first name. I'm glad. My cousin texted me. All right. I'm glad that you decided to grab the .com secrets notes. They really helped me wrap my mind around how I wanted to approach. And feel free to ask me any questions. Hey, Jeff. Hey, Trish. Hey, Tranisha. I'm writing my welcome sequence for people who are just joining to my email list. And so it's going to be rough, you know what I'm saying? But it's going to be fun. So we talked about setting up a character. We talked about figuring out who your identity is. We talked about having a storyline, and now we're going to talk about what goes into the first one. So I'm writing this email assuming that people downloaded my lead magnet, which is the notes to the book.com secrets. So I'm saying, hey, I'm glad, hey, first name. So what I'll do is when they sign up, I'll collect their first name and I'll make that mandatory. And that way I'll be able to address them as who they are when they sign up to my list. So I'm saying, hey, I'm glad you decided to grab the .com secrets notes. The notes. I'm going to say, Russell really helped me wrap my mind around how I wanted to approach my email my marketing consulting business. I think I'm going to change that, but we'll just go for that for now. Business. So what we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do is welcome. Intro, welcome, subscribe to your brand. We're going to talk about him first. So we're going to say .com secrets is really useful for people who want to get an idea of how to market to their dream client. I know, hey Kim, I know that you may be busy, so I decided to share my notes with you. You can access them here. Enjoy. So see how that's like short and sweet? And I'll go enjoy. Or actually, there's something I've learned at work. Everybody says cheers, and I started saying cheers, and I just like it now. Cheers, Karima. Then I'll go PS. So this is like, what you want to do is really, and what I did not do was introduce myself. So you want to introduce yourself. You kind of want to give a little bit of context to the freebie, and you want to actually give them the access to the freebie that they did. So, hey, I'm glad you decided. My name, or I can say, how do I want to introduce myself? I help. Let me just copy and paste from my other thing. All right. God darn it. Darn it. It's hating on me. Okay, I'll fix this later because it's hating on me and I don't got time. I really want to get this done. Here we go. Okay. I don't know if I want to introduce myself all the way. I think what I'll do is actually, and this is like kind of where you can get into it the more you start to like write other people's sequences and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna remix this. Is you can decide how you want to go with it and how you want to experiment. So you can just launch a welcome series, and then based off of what happens, you can be like, oh, that was dope. Like people were clicking the next email, because really what you want to see is people click this email, and then people click through the next email and click through the links in the email. So the first action you want them to take is just to access their freebie. And actually the title of my email is a gift for you, which is like so typical, but we can get creative later, right? So Russell really helped me, blah, blah, blah. You can join this link. And I'm going to say PS, and this is like where you want to add some of the juice in. You want to open up a loop. You want to open up the conversation, PS. You want to get them excited for that next email, right? So you can say, PS, I'll be sending an email. Hold on. PS, I wrote this last night. I'm going to bless your inbox with some fire tomorrow. as long as you are on my list, you can look forward to getting me introducing you. And hopefully by me typing this out, you're kind of imagining like what you want for yourself. That's really what the goal is. And maybe tomorrow what I'll do is drop a Zoom link so that we can co-work. But the goal here is to get you imagining like what your welcome sequence will look like for you. What does it look like when you're talking to your audience? What does it look like? Okay, and feel free to like ask me questions along the way. If you're on Twitter, I can see it within this like chat box. But what you want to really do is like figure out, yeah, what does it look like you're talking to your audience? So for me, I'm going to say, P.S. I'm going to bless your inbox with some fire, right? Like, not everybody talks like that, and that's fine. Some people are going to say like, I'll send you some good stuff. It's cool. Whatever you say is cool. Just make sure. I'm excited for you to try it too. I'm not gonna be done yet, but I want to drop my like email list. My goal is to drop it by Sunday, so I'm just gonna write this, and I finish my lead magnet notes, which I just showed. So the first email, and then it'll be like, P.S. I'm gonna bless your inbox with some fire tomorrow. As long as you're on my list, you can look forward to me introducing you to dope email marketing hacks. And what's like a applicable, adaptable, basically like techniques you can do. So I'm going to say an easy to use, easy to try techniques. We might change that later. But basically what I'm doing here is I'm letting them know I'm sending you an email tomorrow. I'm also letting them know this is the benefit of being on my list. I'm going to send you dope shit. And then also the last thing I want them to do is I'm going to be like, this is the title of the email. The title of the email will be blank. All right. So I have to figure out what fire I'm going to drop tomorrow. And like, this is like where people can get stuck. So think about the resources that you have. Think about the story that you're going to tell. So let's go ahead and do email 2. So in email 2, you're going to share more about yourself in this email. And actually, I'll share this specific link here. Make it public. Copy. So you can like kind of, my notes are kind of messy, but they're helpful. Yeah, I work in Notion. It's like basically like a really cute, sexy Google Doc thing. Let me go to Facebook real quick. Oh, I think it's my cousin's mama's birthday. Okay. I just want to go to. I wish my own live would pop up first. Like, that's what I care about. So I'm going to have to post it here. So if you make a Notion account, you can go ahead at the top right and you can duplicate this page. And what this page is going to have is like a lot of my notes. What the hell? Let's take this off. It's going to have a lot of my notes. It's going to have like a lot of some scribble scrabble. By the end of the day, probably I have some stuff to tackle today. So let's say tomorrow, let's look at my calendar. I think at 2 I have a call tomorrow. So tomorrow, let's look at my calendar. Yeah, tomorrow at 1, I'll hop back on. So turn on those notifications if you would like to join me and work with me. Send me a message if you would like for me to do this on Zoom, I'm still going to live stream, but I'll just have a Zoom that's live stream so that you can ask me questions in real time. You don't have to share your screen if you don't want to. I'm just used to sharing my screen. It's always good to like be personable during a live, especially when you're teaching. But feel free to reach out to me. I'm in like the experimental phases of doing marketing and getting clients, and like I'm in experimental phases of going in business for myself. I've been doing this for other people. I've been marketing forever, but like, doing this and talking about myself and all that is kind of weird. But I'm getting used to it. I keep looking at the wrong camera. But anyways, I'm getting used to it. So feel free, if you do like tomorrow when I jump on, like if you send me a message beforehand, I'll do a Zoom link and you can get on Zoom and we can work on yours. I would ask you to like, be comfortable with having it public. Don't worry, anybody gonna steal it. It's all over the internet anyway, like how to do this. So, be comfortable with like sharing, because when you have a question, somebody else has that question and they just don't feel comfortable asking, or they don't know how to ask. And so I want people to be comfortable doing that. Like I don't want it to be I kind of want it to be awkward for people. I'm getting retweets and now I'm about to end it. Okay, I'm gonna say for a little. So we're gonna go into email 2. So email 2, I'm gonna like introduce myself. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about who I am. So what's up? Who actually says what's up anymore? I feel like it's what's up. Name here. Or I'm gonna say first name. Actually, let me open up this whole page. What's up, first name? Whoever you are. I hope you're using the .com secrets. Okay, spell secrets. Notes to take you to the next level. That was my goal in sharing them with you. Let me introduce myself. I'm gonna say, if you don't mind, let me introduce myself. My name is Karima. I'm a lover. I'm a mama. A lover, a doer, a shaker, a mover, and I'm all of that. I'm a lover, mover, whatever, shaker, a mover, and I love helping influencers and entrepreneurs wow, I can't spell, y'all. Grow and monetize their communities. I'm gonna qualify myself, so I want to be like, I've spent the last 5 years nurturing and developing online communities and driving them to action. Then I'm going to add a picture. I think I'm going to get more creative with a little bit more about me, like that sentence. And this is the part where you need to really think how you want other people to see you, how you want them, like how you qualify yourself as the person that can solve their problems, because that's really what you're doing when you're introducing yourself. You're telling this person like, I can solve your problems, but you're not like literally telling them. So we're gonna upload an image of myself. Let's see. Oh, my face in the camera. My bad. I forgot. I'm so close. Let's see. I'm gonna look at these little images. Luckily, I have nothing to hide, y'all, so y'all can see this too. Okay. I want to have one when I'm looking at the camera, because like making eye contact is important. And I don't see one right now. I'll use this one for now, but I probably should have used this one. My head is so big, y'all. Can we make this smaller? Like, damn. There we go. So, let's move this over. Okay, it is, the format doesn't matter because it's not. This is just a draft. So we're saying, I spent them driving community to action. So bow. I'm having a brain fart. All right, so what's up, first name? I hope you are using a Dodgecom secret notes to take you to the next level. This is like why you should buy a copywriter, y'all. That was my goal, and that was my goal in sharing with you. I think I should fix that sentence later. Let me introduce myself. My name is Karima. I'm a mama, lover, doer, shaker, mover, and I love helping influencers and entrepreneurs grow and monetize their communities. I've spent the last 5 years nurturing and developing online communities and driving them to action. So this is like this where the storytelling comes in. What angle am I going to take? And that's what I need to like kind of figure out for myself. Am I going to be the crusader and be like, I tested this out? Or am I going to be a amazing discovery person and be like, look at what I found out, y'all? And that's what I need to like figure out for myself. And so let's just assume that I'm gonna do the amazing discovery, or no, I'll be the crusader. Um, just recently, in the month of March, my client's Facebook group grew to 1,000 members in just recently. In the month of March. This is what I mean by driving Any questions? No, yes, maybe so. No. Driving community to action. Wouldn't you want a group of 1,000 potential customers how do I want to word this? I have to figure out how I want to word this, but basically I'm saying like, wouldn't you want a group of 1,000 potential customers, like in a highly engaged environment? I'll change that later. Engaged environment. Let me tell you how we accomplished this. 1,000 about, and then this is about 20% of her list. So actually, I want to say just recently, I'll fix that later. The whole point is to get y'all thinking and working. That's the goal. And to get me thinking and working too. I'm glad I got 2 emails done. And with your welcome sequence, let me just because I have to hop off soon. So with your email marketing welcome sequence, you want to have at least 3. You don't want to just have 1, because guess what? It's a bunch of stuff going on in the world, and people, you're not always on the top of their mind. Like, they're not going to always be thinking about you. So you want to have at least 3, like be in their inbox at least 3. And I know people who like have 8 and like way more, and that's okay. You'll get there or you won't. It might not be a good fit for your audience, but you want to show up consistently. So like 3s and like 3 days of emails. Or Russell Branson, he suggests 5, and that just depends on like how comfortable you are. I think it's just important to have one and get started. So the first email is like a deliverance of your lead magnet. The second email is is an introduction of who you are and like how you can solve a problem, or like what problem you solve, right? So basically what I'm going to talk about in that group in that email is right here. Introduce yourself, introduce their problem, let you know how you can solve it. So I'm assuming that people who join my email list want to sell to their email list. I'm assuming that they want to grow Facebook groups. I'm assuming that they want to have a group that converts members into customers. And so I'm going to tell a story about how I've done that, right? And then at the end, I'm going to do another PS, sending you another email tomorrow. And I'm going to throw a freebie at the end. So I'm going to set it up, and then I'm going to walk through the whole thing tomorrow at 1. I'm going to put it on my calendar so I won't forget, guys and ladies and non-pro. And I just need to get better with my political correctness. But I keep looking at the wrong camera too, so don't come for me. But I will come back. But hopefully what we did today and like what we talked about today helped you out. I hope that you got a better understanding of how to position yourself in your email, of why the welcome email is so important to your customer journey. Literally, you want them on your list, 1, because it's the traffic you own, and 2, you want to nurture them. You want to like get to know them. You want to have them, like, you can't wait until like your weekly email, because then like they don't really get an introduction into who you are and why you do what you do and why it's so cool, and why it's so cool that you're emailing them and then they're on your list, like, it's a mutual beneficial thing. I mean, they're not going to get that, and that's your job to convey that to them, to nurture them, to get to the next step. Some email sequences can lead to sales, which is ideal, and some can just be like informational and lead people to take action. Join a Facebook group, like my Facebook page, ask me this question. And you can, like, if you're not ready, or if you haven't got a sale set up yet, I would like say do that. But if you're already collecting emails somewhere, I say get your welcome together, so the people who are on your list will stay on your list, right? And consistently figure out how much you'll email them. That's one thing I didn't even go into, but like, so in email marketing, on this email number 2, I'm glad I was talking out loud because I kind of remember. I'll talk about, on top of like talking about qualifying myself, introduce myself, blah, 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 blah. Oops. Then I'll introduce what my list is about. Can I type, y'all? Then I will let you know what to expect. And this can also go into the first email. And that's if you're not delivering a lead magnet. You can also throw it in the PS, but let me just get this out because I'm throwing too much stuff at y'all one time. Let me see. Here we go. Introduce yourself. Let them know so my list is about dope marketing. You can expect 2 to 3 emails from me a week. And also premium emails. I stole this premium verbiage from this course I'm taking about email marketing. And premium doesn't really tell the average person that means you're going to sell to them. So I'm going to explore different ways to talk about that. But right now, just saying that, it's premium, that's fine. And I'll also premium emails, and I will better word this tomorrow. I'll have it like pretty set up pretty good for everybody to copy for their own. Let you know what to expect, and then bam, case study. And the case study will be this, and the picture will go here, or something like that. And then this is the case study. Then we're going to do how we accomplished it. And then we're going to do you're going to have fun on this journey with me. I don't know how I want to close it off, but let's say we'll do cheers, Karima. Then we'll do PS. Another PS. I got some more fire coming tomorrow. Oh, the fire that I was supposed to drop. So I forgot that. So I'm going to drop some more fire, and it's going to be actually like a file folder of templates. So I'm going to change my verbiage a little bit. Cannot spell. So it'll be like, P.S. I have some more goodies for you. Actually, I want to do this. P.S. I have some more goodies for you. If you don't know what to do for your lead magnet, I have a few templates for you to explore. Click here to get them. And then we're going to confirm, what is it? We're going to be like, aren't you glad you read to the bottom? Because we want to get them in the habit of reading all of our emails, right? So by doing that, deliver value all throughout the email. So I talk about, this is what I do. This is why I do it. This is what my list is about. This is how much you can expect me to bug you. This is the case study. This is how I've done it. And then I got some goodies for you. At the very end, I have these templates. Click here to get them. The very last thing, aren't you glad to read from the bottom? And then I know it's hard to believe, but I have some more goodies for you. I have some more goodies for you. And then it's going to be look out for my email tomorrow. Title. And then you can kind of like qualify. You can be like email 3 of 5 or 3 of 3. Title email at the bottom. Email 3 of 3. And this is like what a really good marketer that I follow does is like in his titles, he'll be like, I have a gift from you, email 1 of 3. So you already know in the title what to expect from him. And I just got off. I'm going to do this. I'm inside of here. Open. Okay. Oh shit, my call is now. I gotta go. Love you all. I will be back.